Hey everyone, how you doing? All right, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now. And you know, it helps us out a lot. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about this, as you can tell from the thumbnail. We're gonna be talking about these longbow limbs I got out of China. They are really cool. They're on my WF-19 right now. I'm gonna talk a little bit about them. I'm gonna tell you whether or not they're worth a buy or not. They are super inexpensive, and we'll see if you should get them or not. Roll the intro. These limbs are really, they're long limbs. So when you compare them against an Uka limb or a win-and-win limb, they are ILF long limbs, and they're an RD design, reflex deflex design. So, you know, you could set up a really cool modern longbow if you're going to compete with, you know, something like a WF-19. And just have a beautiful, really, really accurately shooting longbow. Now, I've got a triple T string on here too. These guys are fantastic. If you're looking for a string, you really need to, and you're a beginner or intermediate, try triple T. Look them up on Facebook and just tell them what kind of bow you have, that sort of thing. You'll talk back and forth to Trevor, and he'll set everything up for you. But, you know, they can put these whiskers on for you. They put on the knocking points. It makes it super simple, and you don't have to mess around with it, right? So when you get the string, so it's ready to shoot right out of the box. So I really love that. But anyway, that aside, this is a complete setup. If you have an ILF, it doesn't have to be a WF-19, obviously. It could be anything, you know, any ILF bow. This has your standard ILF fittings. It's pretty cool. And I love the fact that, you know, that it's all interchangeable, right? All these are interchangeable, and it's the finish on them, not great, but they look kind of woody, and I don't know that I love it, the pattern, but it does break it up. So it's ready to go in the field right away, in my opinion. And these are, and you know, they're listed upper and lower. Again, it doesn't say that they're long limbs, but these are 40-pound long limbs. So I'm going to test that. I'm going to show you whether or not that's true or not. At my draw weight, at my draw length, I'm actually like a 30-inch draw length. I didn't realize that. You know, I was telling everyone for years and years that I was a 29-inch draw length. I don't know where I gained that extra inch, or, you know, I think it's just becoming better at archery. As you get a little bit better, you start to get into your back a little bit more. Your arm starts going out into the proper position, and your draw length just seems to, for me anyway, gets longer. If it has gotten longer for you over the years, put a comment below and tell me why it has, because I don't want to be the only weird one that my arms are continually growing. I don't know. I hope not. But these are decent looking limbs. They have a phenolic piece up on the top here, so they're fast flight compatible on the limbs here, on the tips, I should say. The fittings look great. All these little indents, the bolts. I've seen nicer flush bolts than this, but you know, it is what it is. These are $80. For 80 bucks, what you're getting is a package out of China that takes probably about 6 weeks. You got to give it 6 weeks to get here, and you're getting what looks to be, I don't know, bamboo core. I don't know. There's like literally no information on this. These could be the biggest piece of junk. They could be the best. I don't know. Like, I've shot already. I'm not gonna kid you. I've shot with these already. I really, really like them. I will say that at my draw length, again, you know, it's quite long. Even with long limbs on a 19-inch riser, especially this beauty, this WF 19-inch riser, they shoot pretty great, but there's a little bit of stacking at the back end. And, you know, I've measured that a little bit, and, you know, it goes up about 3 pounds or so. So I'm not, you know, between 29 and 30, it goes up about 3 pounds. So it's not a dramatic stack, but there is a stack. So my buddy, my good friend, my pal over at CD Archery, Calvin Smock, I bugged him. I said, hey man, can you send me over a 21 to try these limbs on, because I would really, really love to see whether or not making this longer will help with that stack and make these limbs, these $80 limbs, good. You know, whether they're worthwhile. He didn't have one, but he sent me his. This is his personal riser, his personal 21. And thank you very much, Calvin, for sending me this. That's just the kind of great company they are, supporting the single string community, same way I am, same way you are, by watching this and subscribing. They, you know, CD Archery has been phenomenal in the bare bow community, single string community, and helping us out. Sent this over to me free of charge to try out and test for a little bit. I'm going to change this is a low grip. This is their low grip. I'm not a big fan of the low grip, although I will try it with the low grip first, but I'll probably end up switching it back over to my somewhat high grip because I just kind of love kind of like my wrist forward. I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to see how it goes, but I'll try it with this first. I'll throw these limbs on there. I am not going to shoot off the shelf because I don't want to wreck Calvin's riser. So I'm going to use a springy rest, which I would prefer to shoot off the shelf. Calvin, sorry, man. I'm going to shoot off the shelf. So I'll put some Velcro on there, and then I will, yeah, I'm going to shoot off the shelf. Sorry, man. Yeah, so let's get to that. Let's get to some shooting, all right? This should be interesting. I'll tell you what the feel is. I'll give you some measurements and some data. I'll give you the, I'll try and tune this so that it is actually 40 pounds at my draw length. And then I'll put it through the, is it chronograph, whatever it is. I don't know, one or the other. I honestly don't know. But I'll put it through that thing that tells you the feet per second. It shoots at 40 pound bow with these limbs. And again, I don't know what they are. They look like bamboo to me. It looks like bamboo. And I'm not being confused by this fake veneer that they have on here. It's just like literally the layers in here look like bamboo. Anyway, okay, let's go shoot. Hey everyone, well, before we get shooting, I wanted to measure the weight of these limbs at my draw length, which I just said was a little bit over 29 and a half. And what I've done is I've set up an arrow so that I have a arrow wrap on here, and it shows 28 mark, it shows a 29 mark, and it shows 29 and about a little bit over 29 and a half, and that's my draw length. And so I'm going to measure that using my highly technical doodad here, which I just hook on, and it gives me a weight. I'm going to measure it at 28, 29, and at my draw length. And that way you'll be able to see whether or not the bow is stacking with this. When I tried this out, you have to trust me, when I tried it out on the 19, we got it to 28 inches. It was like 44 pounds, 43 pounds. Then at 29 inches, it was 45 pounds, and then it shot up to like 49 pounds on the 19 inch. This one I expect it to be a little bit closer to 40 pounds. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna try it at 28. Let's do this. Okay, aim in a safe direction, pull it back, just take a look, then drop it back. So really close. I'm getting 36. If you can see that, it's gonna try and get my face here. Anyway, you gotta take my word for it, it's 36. All right, reset it. We're gonna do 29. That's 38 pounds, so that's 2 pound difference. One more time. There's 39. I think it's 38 pounds. So 36, 38, then at my draw length, which is about, I don't know, 29 3/4. And that comes out to about 39 on that one. And 39 again. So what that tells me is that when I had the 19 inch in these longbow limbs, it was stacking at my draw length. So what I'm recommending, like right away I can recommend that if you have greater than a 28 inch draw length, you're gonna need to make this bow a lot longer. So I would recommend it on the 21 inch. If you have a 28-inch draw length, it's okay to go with the 19-inch riser. Any ILF riser. I recommend CD Archery, obviously, but the 21-inch, my draw length, the 29 and above, doesn't stack. These limbs are not stacking. So let's go shoot it. We'll put it through the machine. We'll put it through the machine, and we will. I'll tell you what the scores are there. I'm going to measure the weight of my arrows before I do that, and I'll let you know what those are. All right, let's go shoot it. I know this is rattling around a lot, but I don't have silencers on here, but the draw, it's really cool. It feels like nothing. And I know it's only 40 pounds, but it just feels comfortable. It's fun to shoot, actually. Really fun to shoot with this WF 21. Pretty nice. I'm even string walking. I'm string walking on the shelf. Just the feel is really nice. Easy to pull back, easy to follow through. I love it. Perfect. So it's been almost, maybe a little bit more than a month. Not almost. It's been a little bit more than a month since I have these limbs, these bamboo, cheap out of China, $80 limbs. What do I think of them? I've been shooting it a lot. I've got it on my WF 21-inch riser. As you recall, I started off on the 19-inch riser. I don't recommend that right away. I can tell you, do not get a 19-inch riser, ILF riser, with these long limbs. They will stack on you if you're over 28 inches. You can try it if you want. And if you're looking for a smaller setup, then, you know, even 17-inch, I just don't know that I would recommend that. You're too much into the limb at that point. I had to change out the string. I wish I had a triple T string here, but for the review, I just grabbed whatever string I had that would fit this setup. But it looks really good, and it feels really good, and it shoots. Now that it's on the 21-inch riser, again, WF 21, I love it. I'll talk a little bit about this too. It's not a review for the 21-inch. I have another review online. Go check that one out if you want. I highly recommend this. If you want to get into longbow and you want to get into modern longbow division or just have fun with longbow limbs, they shoot great. They're pretty quiet. Once I put, I did have a silencer on this end. It fell off, but I put cat whiskers on here. I am terrible at this. Again, I know I keep saying it, triple T strings. Let them make your strings for you. It saves you a ton of work. Get one a year or a couple a year, and then you're done. Don't have to put knocks on it and mess around with all that stuff. So just tell Trevor what you want. Okay, enough about them. More about me. More about these limbs. You'll see what I put them through the machine. You'll see the speed I put them at, and the weight of the arrows and all that good stuff. But I liked it. Again, I was shooting. I was shooting off the shelf. I was shooting off the shelf here, and I did not put Velcro on there, so I don't care. But I mean, I wasn't going hunting with this. I thought I was going to go hunting with it. I ran out of time. There was just too much stuff going on. Like all you guys, there's so much going on. I've had some great interviews over on Quick Shots. Just had Aaron Schneider on the show. Was fantastic interview. Military bow hunter, United States Marine Corps, active duty. Fantastic show. Just loving doing that too. But anyway, the limbs, they're worth a buy. I don't know what else to say. Just go buy these limbs, $80. They're fantastic. Throw a nice 21-inch riser on there if you're a tall guy like me, 19-inch riser if you're a little bit shorter. 17-inch riser if you're even shorter, and then just kind of enjoy the limbs for 80 bucks. The value is there. They have not broken down. I've had this strung for at least a month now, and I am not seeing any sort of damage to the limbs. I've taken these off. They're good. I did put this Quickie Quivers. I don't know if you guys know these guys. They've been around for years. They're these easy slide-ons. They're not the most sophisticated product on the market, but a 3-arrow setup like this is perfect. That's all you need is like 3 arrows when you go into the woods. So I love it. If you're going to go shooting target and stuff like that, or go around a 3D course, you want to shoot a bunch of arrows, get a bigger quiver. But if you're a beginner, all you need is 3 arrows, especially if you're going to go hunting. You don't want to put a lot of extra weight, especially on these CD risers. They already come with weight on the top and on the bottom. Now, let's talk a little bit about that riser. With the weight forward system and the limb pocket angle of this 21-inch, I just think it shoots better than the 19. I don't want to hurt sales for the 19 for these guys. But for me, all day long, the 21-inch riser. Especially with these longbow limbs. And I just think, this is it. I'm not going to drag this on any further. Go buy these limbs. There's a link down below. Use my code to go buy these. It's an affiliate code. So what? It costs you the same amount of money if you do it or not. And I get a little kickback from it. It's like $1 or something like that. But it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Leave a like. If you like this video, if you got to the end, comment. Comments are even better than likes. So again, I feel like I'm begging you guys, but it does help the channel out, and I do appreciate it. And I love to see those comments. I wake up and I grab my coffee in the morning on my Tim Hortons mug, and I look through all my comments, and I reply back to every single comment if I can. Unless it's derogatory, then you know what? Go screw yourself. I'm not replying back to you. No, I welcome all kind of comments. So yeah, that's it for me today. This was really good. It was a really good experience. Calvin sent me out this CD riser. It's his personal one. I'm about to ship it back now. The limbs were really fantastic. I couldn't be happier with this setup. I probably will be talking to Calvin a little bit later about how I'll grab a 21-inch from him too, just to round out the bow collection. And I don't know that I'll keep my 19. I want the 21. The 21 for me at my draw length, 29 plus, it just works better with most limbs. So anywho, if you have any questions, comments, again, leave them below. We'll talk to you later. Until the next time, shoot straight, be safe out there, test negative, be positive, and we'll talk to you later. Take it easy.